I think that is a big gap that a lot of organizations in the real world struggle with. I was talking to my friend Shashwat earlier today, and we're kind of talking about this continuous ID paradigm shift that we're in right now. And I don't know if people really understand what it means. It's more than just product, data, it's business process. And the way that I've kind of described it to people is instead of batch identity, meaning joiner, mover, later, right, it's data driven. Mm-hmm. It is, millisecond based identity versus daily or weekly. Yeah. And I think that's the only way you can keep up in today's world, especially when you have AI, agentics, you have, all the different NHI types that are out there. And these are ephemeral identities that are being spun up, spun down, doing things while they live. Yep. And that idea of continuously evaluating what is happening, but you can't do that without data. And I think that is a big gap that a lot of organizations in the real world struggle with.
They don't struggle with the lack of data, that's for darn sure. But I think we've kind of had this weird learned helplessness about this, in the sense of HR data is crap. It's always going to be crap. And our authority to go make them change that data to not be crap is zero. Let's be honest about that.
That's one of the big reasons why IGA products cost $500,000 to implement. It's like all of our processes are broken, all of our data is garbage.
You can't, but I also think that there is good enough data, and we should acknowledge that in a lot of cases, good enough data is in fact good enough. Yeah. And then if I want to pull that contextual information and that extra data, those often are domain-specific sets of information. Your EDR system is really good about EDR data, right? Your PagerDuty data, right? Your duty rosters, in theory, are pretty darn good about it, because otherwise someone's getting called in 3 a.m. and they're going to be pretty pissy about it, and they're going to fix that data. So I think some of these domain-specific sources of information are good enough to work with because you only need a small sliver of it. And that allows us to make a little bit of progress, to sort of shake lucidly, I have to have every source of data fully correlated, fully scrubbed, isn't just a thing.